Alright, so I'm going to be showing you now how to use Adobe Illustrator to create some plans. Now these plans are going to be 1 to 100 scale. So 1 to 100 scale, we have, let's say we have the space in real life of 1 meter. 1 meter is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay. An external wall dimension is, so this here is an external wall. An external wall measures 3 millimeters. An internal wall measures 1 millimeter at 1 to 100 scale. Okay. So this is a ready-made plan over here. This here is a plan of a canteen at 1 to 100 scale. You'll notice that we have all these symbols and diagrams in here. All we do with this is we copy paste this from our cheat sheet that we have made up for the class. Windows are the same thing, we just extend the windows out and things like that. I'm going to show you how to set this file up right now to get this all done. So what we'll do now is we'll go to File, New. On the PC you press Control N. On the Mac you press Command N to make a new file. So here we have the name, so title it, for example, Canteen Demo. A number of artboards, you keep it as 1. And the canteen itself at the moment fits on an A3 page. But if you were doing, let's say, a plan for the gym, this needs to be set to like an A2 or even an A1 size. If you don't know at this stage in time, you can modify that dimension later on. So don't be too concerned by that at this stage. Okay, so I'm just going to have A3, units to be millimeters. Set the orientation to be landscape. Now bleed, don't worry about bleed, set that to 0. We don't need it for this version, for this type of work. Okay, and then all we do now is make sure that everything's all good. All right, artboard's 1, size is correct, no bleed, orientation landscape millimeters. Click on OK. So at the moment we have nothing here. What we need to do is we need to go to Edit, go to right at the bottom here, Preferences. Now if you're on the Mac, it's not in that spot, you go over to what would be your Illustrator icon here and you click on the icon, and then from there you can actually see the same thing, Preferences is in that same location. Okay, you go to Guides and Grid. From there you see here, grid line every 10 millimeters. Subdivisions 10. Make sure that's set up like that, please. Okay. Then I'm going to click on OK. So right now you don't see anything. Alright, so at the moment I'm pressing Z to go into the zoom tool, zoom in, zoom out, you press Alt, or on the Mac you press Option. And you keep your finger down the Option button and you zoom out. If you want to see the whole thing all at once, you press Control 0, or on the Mac you press Command 0. Okay, now, the next step is you need to go to View, Snap to Grid turned on, please. So if I go back to View, Snap to Grid is turned on. Okay. Everyone's good with that so far? Any questions? Not at this stage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press Control and the talking marks to turn the grid on. Okay, it's the same thing if you go to View, Guides, Show Grid. Okay, so Show Grid will be there. Cool. What we need to do now too is we need to turn the rulers on. So we press Control no, not Control P. It's going to turn the printer on. We do Control R to turn the rulers on. Okay, on the Mac you press Command R to turn the ruler on. Everyone's good so far? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. This is the zoom amount here. If I click on it, zoom into 100%, I now have 100% view. So if I come across here to my marquee tool, this is a rectangle tool, shortcut key for that is M. Click on that. Now over here, this is our fill colour and this is our stroke colour. We don't want any stroke at all. We click on the stroke and we click on here to none. Come back to the fill. The fill we need to change to black, so click on black over here. Okay. Everyone's got that so far? Yeah, if you can't find this colour bar here, you go to Window and you go to Colour. The shortcut key for that is F6 if you're on the PC. F6. Not too sure what it is on the Mac. Okay. So from there, now we know we have a fill of black and we have our rectangle tool selected. What I can do now is I can start drawing an external wall. So you see here how it's, if I zoom in a little bit more, you see here it actually zooms in. If I press V, I can actually modify this mark here that I've drawn and I can actually adjust it. You see as I'm adjusting it, it gives me the measurement under like there's a little tooltip there. Can you all see that? Alright, now if I want to, for example, draw another box, another external wall, I draw out 3mm height and I finish it there. What happens if I want to modify it is I go to Window and I go to and bring up another box which is called Transform. My one's turned on already. So Transform tool is Shift F8. This here is the Transform tool. So you'll notice if I want to, for example, extend my width of my wall, I first need to click on this edge here because I want this edge here to be staying the same spot and I want to extend this one out further. So what I could do is I can go to width and I can type in 60 and press enter or return on the Mac and extends the length of my wall. Is this good so far? You're lost? You can replay this later on. Now, if I want to have an internal wall, I go to my rectangle tool and I click here and I keep my finger down and I drag down. Now, every grid line on this is 1mm, right? So that's my internal wall there. Is that cool? Let's say I want to put a window in now into this external wall. I'll just delete this one for the time being. Select it, delete it. So I go to my floor plan cheat sheet and I come across here, grab a window. So this here is a window. I press V to go to the select tool and I click on this. I press Control C on the PC or Command C on the Mac. And I come across to my Canteen demo and I press Control V or Command V and my window comes in. I need to move it around so that it fits into this space here. And now I have a wall with a window in it. I can extend this out, make this wall longer. And now I'm going to go to my cheat sheet again and I'm going to put in an external door. So I click on that external door. I press Control C on the PC or Command C on the Mac. I come across to my Canteen demo. I press Control V on the PC or Command V on the Mac. And I move my door across into that space. and I just keep on going. Press Z to go into the zoom tool, zoom out. If I put my finger on the space bar and keep my space bar down, I go into the hand tool and I can shift around. If I take my hand off the space bar, it goes back into the tool that I was in before. Okay, and I think that'll be it for this stage in time. So what we've gone through is how to do measurements, right? How to resize something using the transform tool, and how to copy paste things in. How to set up the guides and snapping too. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.